Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are well. Hey, howdy, hey, everybody. It is Thursday. We are in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. Good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful morning. We are roughly in the upper 40s today, which in comparison, and that's with no wind chill. So in comparison to where we've been at, this is not Monterey Square. This is actually Lafayette Square. Monterey Square is where Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil was filmed. Lafayette Square, one of our 23 squares, is a square that the Basilica of St. John's is located in. This is the kickoff on St. Patrick's Day where all the things happen. So this is a big deal on St. Patrick's Day right here. But they do have the fountains filled again because freezing is now over. Yep, Maribel's is actually located right across the street from the Basilica. So good morning, everyone. If we haven't met, my name's Corey. I'm a local to Savannah. I go live 7 mornings a week. I weighed this morning, so I'm down 2.5 pounds since Monday for a total of 111.5 pounds. So we go live each morning. We go on a morning walk. I bring you guys along with me. I was a teacher until December 2020, where I left education at my most unhealthiest weight, over 350 pounds. Mentally, physically, and emotionally was at my most unhealthiest life. And about 8.5 months ago, thanks for the rose, I started bringing you guys along with me on a walk around Savannah, which is always my biggest mission in this, is to get healthy. While we go on our walks, I point out things that are beautiful to Savannah. I am a local from here. I've lived here over 38 years of my 44 years of life. So welcome if you've never followed me. This is the Andrew Lowe House. If you've ever eaten a Girl Scout cookie, know a Girl Scout, this is one of the homes that Juliet Gordon Lowe, Andrew Lowe's wife, left to the Girl Scouts of America upon her passing. Girl Scouts are kind of came from Savannah. The Lowe family is buried here over at Laurel Grove Cemetery. Thousands upon thousands of Girl Scouts every year come to Savannah. This is a museum you can tour. And the city is awaking. It is currently 8:30. And the city is waking up. So you can hear the bells ringing. Depending on the church building, some bells go off every 30 minutes, some go off every hour, some go off every 15 minutes. The bells were used during, the 1800s as they would signify various things. Work day, an emergency such as a fire. Look, the cute little balls. So yeah, if you've never followed me, I do go live 7 mornings a week here in historic Savannah. Yes, we go places like Tybee, Bonaventure, and all the other places. So definitely hit that follow button. I do have a YouTube channel as well, where I load some of our morning walks unedited in their entirety by the same name, A Day in the Life of Corey. E. Shaver's Books is a great little bookstore here in Savannah. It's a local... If you ever saw the movie You've Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, this reminds me of her shop. It does have cats who live in the window. They are well taken care of, but don't be surprised if you walk by the bookstore and you see some of the cats hanging out. You will see these throughout the historic district. They were used as stepping stones back in the 1800s, so the ladies in their big antebellum dresses would climb up into the horse carriages. The cat is staring at something. Oh, thanks for the 2023. So again, if you've never followed me before, feel free to follow me. Check out my content. Thanks, KM. It is a beautiful morning. Next week, the SCAD students start returning. SCAD is Savannah College of Art and Design. Big art college here. Kids have been gone since the Friday going into Thanksgiving week. And they're returning after a very long break. So we had a rush. Oh, thank you, Beth, for the hand hearts. We had a brutal past week of winter here that has just... Some of our plants, not used to that at all. And so a lot of our beautiful plants, it'll be interesting to see what happens when they reflourish. It is beautiful. Oh, hold on, chat's not loading. There we go. Thanks for the follow, user. So I've lost weight a couple of ways. Consistency of walking, water, and a supplement routine. A regimen of vitamins that I use each and every day. Yeah, people see Savannah through my lens and they are like, oh, I've got to go here. It is absolutely stunning. And like I told y'all, we get through our Christmas and all of a sudden, like, look at our poor plants. They did not do well. We get through Christmas and then all you hear about is St. Patrick's Day because it's coming. And it is an exciting time here. That was the church you heard those bells coming from. That is the house Sherman wrote a letter to Lincoln and said, Merry Christmas. Lincoln is your Christmas, or Savannah is your Christmas present. I do love that this right here used to be a road, a cut through. So in the 1800s, this wasn't a little grassy area. It was a street. So if you can close your eyes and envision horse carriages cutting through here. The church right here purchased this building and now owns it. It's used for a lot of filming. Oh my gosh, the highlights of St. Patrick's Day, everything. So you can, from wherever you live, participate in St. Patrick's Day in a couple of ways. So the St. Patrick's Day Mass kicks off the big festivities, whether or not you're Catholic. I'm not Catholic, but it is a rite of passage. You can watch it on WTOC.com, our local news station. The parade is aired on there, so you can watch it. It's just a full fun event. Thank you, thank you. Yes, so Savannah, I say, is a city of hellos. Savannah is still very much a location that a lot of locals have lived here. Look at the poor plants. Oh no, they did not do well. So right now they're going through a whole like fixing of it. They've been doing some repairs. I have not seen any open tours of it lately. So I don't know if they're doing some fixing to reopen it as a museum to tour. That is the Graffoon tea room right there. Good morning. So I read an article today. There's a small town in Georgia. Forget the name of the town, but most of the buildings, it's a very, very small town. Most of the buildings are for sale or abandoned. And so Hollywood, a big production company, is trying to purchase all of those buildings to become a production town. So if you are unaware, morning. If you're unaware, Savannah or Georgia in general, a lot of things film here because you get a huge tax write-off to film in Georgia. Thanks, Rich, for the follow. Yep, this is one of the mini SCAD buildings right here. Yeah, Toomsboro, thank you. So it'll be interesting because like Savannah is used a lot for filming. Tyler Perry has a whole production company in Atlanta. Sonoya, which is south of Atlanta, essentially a lot of the abandoned areas got purchased, and that's where The Walking Dead filmed for a very long time. Yep, that's why. They get a massive tax write-off. Thanks, Sarah, for the follow. Yeah, very interesting. Here's the thing. Definitely would bring a revitalization. Check out this view. Yeah, The Walking Dead. The new Walking Dead series has been filming here in Savannah. Good morning. So if you have not seen some of my old content, we were walking one morning and this big train was coming down the road. Like, big old train moving down the street, and it was being used for the film. We just had 2 movies filmed here. May, December with Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore, Charles Melton. Check my footage out from that one. And then an Apple TV series starring Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum. I feel like Ozark filmed in North Carolina. So this is Jones Street. Cost of living is high, especially in the historic district. Jones Street is one of the prettiest streets in all of America. Clary's, I did not walk past Clary's yet. Now Clary's, if you go down Jones Street this way, is at the end. Thanks for the follow. Good morning, good morning. It is usually fairly quiet when we walk in the morning. A lot of people took off, for the holidays. Tourists aren't really out and about yet. Thanks for the follows. So, good morning from Dothan. My college roommate lives there. But yeah, good morning, good morning. If you have never followed me before, tap that follow button. I do go live 7 mornings a week here in Savannah. And I bring you guys along with me. Well, join me every morning. Adam, thanks for the follows. Christina and User and the Cool Grandma, Retired, and Lisa. We're supposed to now, starting today, we're going to run 70-degree weather pretty much until 10 days out. It's in the 70s. So that's kind of exciting. This is Monterey Square. Monterey Square, better known for the square of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, which was a book that put Savannah on the map. Now, the book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil was actually released before Forrest Gump. So that was kind of the start of a revitalization of our tourist industry. That book came out, and the first third of the book is really history on Savannah, and people became fixated and fascinated with Savannah, and they flocked here to see this house. Then Clint Eastwood in the 90s decided, hey, I'm going to make a movie about this story, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Now, the movie is way more fictionalized than the real story that happened, but it starred John Cusack. It was directed by directed by Clint Eastwood, and that really catapulted. Then we had this movie film here that everybody learned that life was like a box of chocolates. And a guy sat on a bench and told his story, and Savannah has never been the same. And since then, we've had countless movies filmed here. So this is the home of Jim Williams from the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. When the movie filmed here, they actually used the house. The cast would hang out on this square when they weren't filming. If you subscribe to my YouTube for free, you'll find a day where we walked the set, like all the places that were used for filming. Yep. So it's kind of cool, hostess. But this is where they do a tour of the bottom floor. His sister and niece live on the top floor. You can do a tour. It's my understanding you can still actually see the bullet hole that was used, or that was done. Right here is the library where all the action took place. Thanks for the follow, Tar Heel. Originally, this was built for the Mercer family, Johnny Mercer. No Mercer actually lived here. Now, Mr. Williams was known for his antique collection. So what you see in that house is a ton of antiques and a ton of just beautiful artifacts. They didn't show it? Interesting. I wonder if they've now covered it up, because up until recently, rumor is it had been in there. Good morning, good morning. So you get to tour kind of the bottom floor, which is pretty cool. Good morning from Savannah, Tennessee. Thanks for the follow, Sarah, Nicole, Summerlin. So it was the sister for the longest time, but she has to be up there in age. The word in Savannah talk is now the niece lives there. But it is still in the Williams family. Jim Williams is actually not buried here. Danny Hansford, who is the young man who lost his life, if you've seen the book or read the movie, Danny Hansford actually still is, he's buried over at Bonaventure Cemetery. We've visited him before. Yeah, if you've seen the movie or read the book, to go in there and actually kind of vision it, it's pretty crazy. Awesome. Yeah, so if you've never followed me, hit that follow button. Mr. Williams was quite the eccentric man. Right there is a Jewish synagogue. And in the 70s, there was something filming in this square, and he didn't want his house in the background. So he hung a Nazi flag from the top floor, because he knew if that flag was there, the camera crews would not put his house in the film. What he forgot is his neighbor directly across the street was a Jewish temple. So he had to definitely do some backpedaling. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Van Johnson is the mayor. Well, that's the rumor. I didn't want to really address that, but that is why the niece has moved in. Is the sister. That's kind of the local conversation going on right now. Yeah, damage control is essentially what he had to do. They do, Ugga. That English Bulldog was Ugga. University of Georgia, go Dogs. No, Van Johnson, not no Van Jones. Our mayor is Van Johnson. This is the Armstrong Kessler house. Armstrong family owned it first. It became a junior college, and we now know it as Georgia Southern Savannah campus, the Armstrong campus. But it was a junior college. It then became Armstrong State University. So, yes, somebody does live here. His name is Richard Kessler. We were standing here the other day and looking at this building. He actually came out. We got to talk to him. Richard Kessler owns a ton of the hotels here in Savannah. It is usually quiet. Good morning. Y'all love to see the bust. So we were around here one night looking at Christmas lights, and the house managers were here, and they invited me through the gate to show me this. Can you see it on the sidewalk? The outline of the bust, the head and the shoulders. They say it looks just like the picture of Mr. Armstrong that hangs right inside. It is a boar. Mr. Kessler loves his art. It's all over. This is the Oglethorpe Club, which was a gentleman's club, and it's now a who's who. Thank you. So yeah, pretty house. Yes, someone lives here. Mr. Kessler owns tons of the hotels here in Savannah. Good morning. Good morning. Savannah is definitely a city. Oh, they're doing something today. I wonder if they're taking down this stuff. But this is the house. Thanks for the follow. Oh, cool. Their nursing program is a solid program. But you can see lots of art. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for the follows. People always ask who is responsible for the keeping the squares clean, keeping Forsyth Park clean, and that would be the city. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. Great.
So it's in the low 50s now. We've probably broke 50. It feels great. So if you're new to my live, a couple of things. This is a very positive live. So we answer basic questions like who's the mayor, who's the governor, blah, blah, blah. But we do not talk politics at all in here. This is a politics-free zone. This is a place of encouragement, a place of support, a place that we just look at the happy things of life. I do go live at night as well from 5:30 to 7 on what's called Back Porch Chat. See that purple and green trolley? That is a free way to get around Savannah. You can ride it for free, and it will take you basically from one side of Historic District to the other without having to walk. It is free. This is Forsyth Park, another beautiful area of Savannah, Georgia. Look at this view. Check it out. This is our Georgia Historical Society. They do great work in salvaging and helping a lot of our old homes. Thanks for all the follows. We hit 20,000 last week. And then we had all kind of chaos erupt. Savannah College, you mean SCAD? Savannah College of Art and Design is all over historic Savannah. It is not exclusive to one location. Yep. Free bus takes you literally to Victory Drive, which is about a half a mile up, all the way down to Johnson Square, which is the square right before City Hall and River Street. It is free. It has a multitude of stops. Google Connect the Dot Savannah online, and it'll show you its route. It is a great place, great way to see the city free. We rode it the other day. It's in the low 50s right now. It's supposed to hit 70 every day over the next 10 days. There's multiple stops. Multiple. We'll pass one in a few minutes. I'll show you what the signs look like. But they are pretty much on every other block. Yep, so Ben Affleck I actually have a picture. There's a video of me and Ben. Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock both had homes here. Sandra sold hers recently. We have lots of celebrities that live here. Good morning. Ben actually, he and Jen got married here a couple months back. City does come around and looks for dead limbs that could impact safety. Adam Sandler has a home here. We have a lot of celebrities that have places here. It is not unusual. Morning, how are you? Hey, pretty baby. I walk anywhere between 2 and 5 miles. It just depends on the day. Oh, more than $1 million. The one back here that's for sale is listed at $7.5 million. So, not just $1 million. Who? Ben Affleck comes from time to time, yes. Adam Sandler has a place here. We have lots of celebrities. Thing is, they're able to stay here and have places here, and locals don't bother them. They're able just to live their life when they come home. Nope, she took it off the market, actually. And she still lives there. Ugga. Like ugh, U-G, the sound of A. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Again, this is Savannah, Georgia. I do not show celebrities' homes unless, a couple things. If it is behind a locked gate that I know is not easily accessible, I will show it to you. So we've seen Paula Dean's house because you're not getting in that gate.
Also, I mean, this was sort of my argument.
But other celebrities such as Adam Sandler, they have wide open homes. You can't access, actually you have and are not able to. Good morning. You cannot access Ben Affleck's house unless you have access to where he lives. Let's just say that. Yep, these homes are back from the early 1800s. So Forsyth Park was the first recreational park here in Savannah. They used to have wrought iron fences all the way around. It was used for training for military back in the 1800s. All of these bushes are what are called azalea bushes. So in the spring, they are going to bloom beautiful colors of pinks and purples. Yep, that's what happens. A lot of families, actually, if their kids come into SCAD, instead of doing dorms, they buy a house, their kid lives it for 4 years, and then they sell it. This right here is called the sensory garden or the garden for the blind. In the spring, it's beautiful because the roses bloom. It's pretty. They're training a dog in there right now, so I don't want to head over. Savannah is a city built on its dead. You got to think of your time period. People always ask what's there to do with kids. There's 2 fantastic playgrounds. On a beautiful day like this, place will be hopping this weekend because it's supposed to be in the 70s. Who's buried? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep, we have lots of trees. Thanks for the follow, Blondie and Amber. Because you can live in Savannah and locals don't mess with you. Like, you can live here and just do your life. So if you walk, there is a sidewalk all the way around the entire perimeter of Forsyth Park. It is a little over 1.5 miles. Then if you cut through the center, so it's about a 2-mile walk overall. These are oak. What's hanging from them are called Spanish moss. Do not pull the moss from the trees. Do not touch the moss. It has what's called red bugs or chiggers. They will bite you. You can definitely tell it's a warmer morning. Lots more activity out and about than normal. So again, if you've never subscribed to my YouTube channel, check that out. Same name, A Day in the Life of Corey. And check it out because I upload walks at Bonaventure Cemetery, walks at Tybee, all the cool things. It is. Charleston, Savannah, our Southern Charm was Charleston. One of our sister places. So this is really cool. So the garden for the blind or sensory gardens right here. And then you have this sign a lot of people don't know about that tells you the botanical name and common name of a lot of the plants because people are fascinated with the different trees and plants here. So if you're curious of what they actually are, you have a map. It is expensive. It is. Now we have suburbs of Savannah that are more cost effective. But to live in historic Savannah, it's a penny. Thanks for all the follows. There are 2 RV parks, one off of 204. It's about 20-30 minutes from here, which is fantastic. It has apparently a lazy river. I have friends that stay there all the time. And then one on Tybee. It is stunning. So if you've never followed me, hit that follow button. I show you the stunningness every morning. I've lost over 111 pounds and I bring you guys along on this journey. Thanks for all the follows. We are super close to, we usually gain about 1,000 followers a week. Tons of them. It is not unusual to have people playing music in the park. Thank you. Definitely say hello if you ever see me out. Say hello. So the fountain, look, the fountain's not frozen anymore. New Orleans is a sister city. He is good. I prefer Tybee. Yeah, we gain about 1,000 new followers a week. I hit 20,000 about 2 weeks ago. Then all Hades broke loose. My mom had emergency surgery. My daughter had wisdom teeth out, so I wasn't as consistent as I normally am. I do go live 7 days a week. But yeah, we're running toward 21,000, which we should hit this weekend. Yeah, Huckapoo's Pizza is amazing. Yeah, I know, it's not frozen anymore. It's 50. I mean, it feels fantastic. And the people are out. Everybody is out and about. I did. I thought I responded, Alyssa. I'm sorry. It's been crazy. So again, if we've never met, good morning. My name's Corey. I'm a local to Savannah, Georgia. I do go live 7 mornings a week here in Savannah. Started this about 8.5 months ago, bringing you guys along on these morning walks. Left teaching in December 2020 at over 350 pounds. I'm down 111.5 pounds right now. And I've been bringing you guys along. This is always about the journey to figuring out who you are. I'm 44 years old. My only child went to college, and this is a journey about discovering who you become. So hit that follow button. We go live every day. You never know who we're going to see, what we're going to see, what we're going to do. It is always an experience. And if you're ever out and about, say hello. I did leave teaching. After 15 years, 2 Teacher of the Year awards, 1 Teacher of an Entire District award, I left because I realized I was worth more. And not worth more financially, worth more when it came to health and wellness. Get out. That's one thing. So what do I hope? What is my hope of doing this every day? Like, it's never about growing a TikTok. It never was for me. It was about showing people, essentially, you can teach an old dog new tricks. I mean, when I started walking and streaming, if you were with me, OG, some of y'all were here with me from the very beginning, it was a hot mess. I never dreamed in a million years I would have almost 21,000 followers that tune in every day, and that I still grow over 1,000 new followers every week is crazy. So I hope that it challenges you to try something new, do something new, get out, enjoy your city. Thank you. Some of you have started working out while I'm walking. Y'all walk or do workouts. One of the really cool things here in the spring they do is called the Chalk Festival, the Sidewalk Chalk Festival that SCAD puts on. So people rent squares on the sidewalks and they do amazing artwork. Like, it's phenomenal. I did post some content last year of it. We will stream it this year. Thanks for the Mott tea. This place, this beautiful, beautiful place is Savannah, Georgia. That's awesome, Lanny. Yeah, so it's never been about the followers for me as much as it's been about this journey and figuring out who I am. Yeah, Chalk Festival is so much fun. Duns, you're going to be here? Okay, seriously, Duns, we have to meet up to say hello. It is really cool. We have the Sandcastle Festival on Tybee is another amazing festivity that happens. April. Lots of people do. This is another building for SCAD. SCAD is all over historic Savannah. But on a warm day, which I suspect this weekend, you're going to have people just all over the place because it's going to be great. I've lived here 38 of my 44 years of life with the exception of going to college and right outside of college. But yeah, family's always been here. Great-great-great-grandparents are from Savannah. So Savannah has been part of my lineage. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know who White's Panic is. So if you've never followed me, hit that follow button. Tap the screen. This is Forsyth Park in Savannah, Georgia. Not by the Pink House. Pink House is in Reynolds Square, which is a few squares up. Oh, that's cool, Joanne. Definitely say hello. I went to what was called Atlanta Christian College. It's now Point University. Got my undergrad in psychology. Then got my master's degree at Armstrong, or what is now Georgia Southern. Pooler's cool. It is a booming metropolitan, though. Lots of people out and about today, though, because it is, it is Thursday? I try not to show people on camera as much as possible. So that's why I'm standing here letting all these people walk past. Oh, that's cool. You're at Savannah State. That's awesome. Another college here in Savannah. Hi, baby. Little puppies everywhere. I don't think pricing is probably better. I mean, it depends on where you look. Marches, I mean, it depends. So here's the thing about Savannah. Weather is inconsistent. Oh, there's an admissions tour going around. Because SCAD is all over, if you're on an admissions tour checking out SCAD, you're going to be on one of these big old buses riding around. Because SCAD is everywhere. And that's something, if you come to tour SCAD, have that conversation with your child. You understand where you live is not rolling out of bed 5 minutes before class and then getting to class. It is spread all over the place. SCAD is Savannah College of Art and Design. This building right here, their admissions building, was actually Georgia's first hospital. It's the second oldest general hospital in operation in the U.S. It was founded in 1803. You had your Confederate and Union soldiers. Confederate stayed in building. Union stayed in the back. It was a Union hospital. One thing that's really cool is this tree right here, which I'm going to give you a bigger view. People do say, once Sherman occupied, this became a Union hospital, so the Union soldiers were inside and the Confederate soldiers were in that fence. One thing that people report here, because Savannah is a city built on its dead and people are fascinated with the bumps in the night, there have been reports that people see like nurses walking the hall. If you have not seen my video of the playground swing, definitely go back. It was like December 11th. Here's another one of those blocks that people step on. Here's your purple bus. The buses do not stop if you are not standing at that sign. They will keep going. You too. So here is the DOT shuttle that I was telling you about. That is a free shuttle transportation. Weekdays is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Weekends is 10. And you can see the purple route. So we are right here. It goes all the way up to Johnson Square. And then there's an elevator right here you can take down to River Street. It goes all the way down and around and back up. There's also a free ferry on River Street. You can board it under City Hall. And then it goes across to the convention center and the hotel over there, Hutchinson Island, and then down to the opposite end and back. Savannah is a city built on its dead. With that comes the bumps in the night. So if you've never followed me, hit that follow button. This is said to be the oldest tree, one of the oldest trees in Savannah. It's called the Candler Oak. The Candler Oak. It took root in the 1700s. So definitely, if you've never followed me before, hit that follow button. On River Street, that's a tricky. On River Street, I guess Spanky's. Graffito's Pizza, which is in Plant Riverside, is good. Yep, the old trees are amazing. Yeah, there's a ton of people out and about today. So if you've never followed me before, hit that follow button. Come along on our journey. There are so many restaurants. You are not going to be short on food ideas. Yep. Oh yeah, we've got tons. We've got every denominational type church you could imagine. Beautiful homes. That's awesome. It's a beautiful place. I mean, these houses have dates of 1800s. So it's kind of cool. It's great weather this week to get out.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of my favorite homes. Right here. No, there's not, Ruby. I'll definitely say hello. We do that all the time, Ed. We do what's called cruising with Corey, where I drive you through different areas all the time. So a couple things. I don't usually tell you guys ahead of time where I'm going to be. That's security purpose. That way, I know where I'm going. You don't. But yeah, we do that all the time. Ed, we visited a lot of the different areas. It's called Cruising with Corey. So I put you guys on a gimbal thing and we cruise in my car. I mean, they do a great job. I mean, you have to understand, most of these homes are owned, are occupied full time. Now, we do have people who purchase these homes. They live here during their fall and winter months because it's cold and snowy where they live. And then they rent them out as Airbnbs or VRBOs during spring and summer, which is a crazy tourist destination time. But ultimately, some people live here full time. The street we're on right now is called Gaston Street. Mrs. Wilkes is located on Jones Street. Like I said, I always have a plan. You guys just don't know the plan. Yep, we just walked by one to start with. East Shavers is adorable. It's located in Madison Square. That's where we started our walk this morning. You have a great day too. Good morning, Todd. And then we have our local characters of Savannah, which I still have not seen Mafia Lady for some time. Yeah, some have been in the family forever and ever. They are beautiful, aren't they? This right here is a Airbnb, like bread and breakfast you can stay at. If you know, you know. Like I said, we've been doing this almost 9 months. So I always laugh when people are like, can you go here? I'm like, we've done that. Check out my YouTube. And I don't say that to be disrespectful. But again, this has been almost 9 months in the making kind of journey. Cool. And that's why I always tell people, you never know what we're gonna see. You never know what you're gonna do. It is always an experience. Thank you, GM. So if you've never followed me, hit that follow button. We should this weekend hit 21,000. I suspect I will be dancing this weekend. Savannah has 23 squares. We had 22 squares until about 3 weeks ago. This place is called Savannah, Georgia. Good morning from Ardsley Park. I love Ardsley Park. Ardsley Park is another subdivision in the Victorian area of Savannah. So good morning. Yeah, well, Savannah is full of them. Full of old buildings. Our newest square is called Yamacraw Square, after the Yamacraw village, Yamacraw Indians. I park in different places, so it just depends on where my breakfast destination is going to be. Oh, cool. All right, I'm about to give y'all a pop quiz. Here we come. 432 Abercorn. The haunted house that is not. The story they tell you about that house is not true. Do your research. But that's not the pop quiz for those of you who watch. What is unique about this square that we're coming up on? There are various... Yep, we go to Leopold's. There's videos. Multiple affordable places. I mean, it depends on what your definition of affordable is. What is... Nope. There's Moss. It's going to be in the 70s. What is unique? Nope. I do not. It's always a busy morning. I usually do breakfast. Okay, good Monday. What was this square called? The square had a name up until about 6 weeks ago. You're not gonna $1,000 a month is not gonna be in a good part. I'm just being brutally honest with you. $1,000 a month is not gonna get you something here. Very good, moms. I'm so proud of y'all. So this used to be called Calhoun Square. Calhoun Square is going through a renaming because John Calhoun was from South Carolina, never even visited Savannah. So they're renaming it because most of our squares, the vast majority of our squares, have to do with something historical. You could get lucky for $1,500. Again, it's going to vary where. So every square is unique. I'm going to take a little break to rest my arms from carrying this gimbal. Every square is unique. Some have fountains. Some have statues. Some have nothing. That's awesome, moms. Well, if you need somebody to interview, let me know. This pink house right here, 432 Abercorn, in the ghost tours, they tell you the story about a man and his daughters who lived here. This used to be, that right there's the Massey School. This used to be a playground where the kids would play. This was also our first African-American school. And the daughter, one of the daughters would come play with the kids every day. Well, the dad found out. He was irate. I got you. Send me an email, moms. Yamacraw just got, literally just got named 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Yeah, you can get lucky, but depending on where the studio is the question. So there's a couple. I'll answer the dog park question in a minute. So anyway, so the dad found out that the daughter was playing with African American children and said, oh, we're of noble status. Again, this is 1800s. And so he tied her to a chair on the top floor, made her watch the kids play. This is the story you're told. She unfortunately lost her life due to the Savannah heat, and he was so succumbed by the tragedy, he unalived himself. When you research the family, the dad actually lived a long, happy life, and the girls went on to live lives, got married, and lived happily ever after. Forrest Gump is Chippewa Square. There is no bench. So, Mom, shoot me an email, A Day in the Life of Corey, if you need somebody to interview and factual, accurate information. I am in Savannah. Let's see. Okay, dog parks. So we have a couple of dog parks. Dogs are pretty welcomed in the historic district. Forsyth Park they play at. If you want an official dog park, there is one by Daffin Park by the Savannah Banana Stadium. There is a small one on Tybee Island. But dogs are all over the place here on historic Savannah. Well, so let's talk about Forrest Gump Bench. Chippewa Square was the square. This is not Chippewa Square. Chippewa Square was the square that Forrest Gump was filmed in, where life was like a box of chocolates. There's a lot of stories of where the original bench went. There were 4 benches in the filming. It took 5 days to film here. Tom Hanks has a bench. Smithsonian has a bench. Hollywood Theater has a bench. And we had a bench. The story goes that when they were tearing down the set, people like the production crew and the stagehands were told that basically take what you want. And somebody took... We go to the square all the time, Brown. We were there yesterday, as a matter of fact. And that is not on my route today. Take what you want. And somebody took the bench. Now, the city made a replica. The replica sat there for a long time. Tom Hanks never sat on the bench. It was such commotion. The city took the bench and they put a replica in Savannah History Museum, which all the tours will tell you the bench is in the museum. First, the bench in the museum was never used in the filming. It's a replica. The bench doesn't exist in Savannah. Weather's going to be in the 70s. Are they fenced? The dog parks? Yes. The squares? No. Let's see what else. So Tybee is dog friendly. The beaches are not. They are talking right now. There is a conversation happening that dogs will be allowed on the beach certain months of the year. So we'll see if that passes. Historic Savannah is super welcoming to dogs. Not going to Chippewa Square today. Depends on where you stay, Amy. If you stay in Historic District, yes. Daffin Dog Park, yep, by the Savannah Banana Stadium. We did talk about that. I mean, cats are everywhere. Yeah, it depends on, Amy, where you want to stay, though. That's the other thing. Again, good morning, everyone. If we have not ever met, my name's Corey, local to Savannah. I go live 7 mornings a week. Lost 111.5 pounds. I bring you guys along with me. We walk, talk, and all the things. Humidity is horrible during the summer. All right, everybody good? I think we got all the questions I saw. So if you've never followed me, hit that follow. We're at 20.7. So yeah, we will definitely probably hit 21,000 soon. It is very humid. There are multiple, so you've got multiple areas of Savannah. I do tour them from time to time. I bring you guys along with me. So we just walked Forsyth Park, Alicia. We just came from there. 2-bedroom near Daffin Park on Zillow right now is $1,500. So what do I do now? I do a number of things. I'm an entrepreneur, if you will. I do this, do DoorDash. I do a health and wellness company of vitamins that I use because they have helped me. So I do a variety of things. Don't feed the pigeons. Yeah, and here's the thing. It really depends on what your goals are when you come to Savannah. If you need help planning a trip, shoot me an email, adayinthelifeofcorey@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to help you. January is a hit or miss. Weather is a hit or miss here, guys. So here we are going into the next 10 days. We're going to be in 70-degree weather. Last week was freezing. So it's just a inconsistency. Yeah, if you came in July, I bet you were miserable. Humidity is not a joke here. So, I mean, there's Airbnbs. There's a variety of places. You just kind of have to know where you want to stay. Yeah, that's kind of stupid to try to swim in the Savannah River. Let's keep moving again. Good morning, good morning. So thanks, Opti, for the follow. Yeah, it's about an hour and a half. 95, the interstate has been horrendous lately. So people are like, oh, it's not that long to get there. On a typical day, no. With traffic on 95 lately, it is. Thanks for the follow. Oh, that's cool. Savannah Tech, congratulations. Good morning. I always say Savannah is a city of hellos. We still speak to people. We still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yeah, 95 is a hot mess. Right here is Clary's. It's a breakfast place. Usually busy, just like now. You can tell that there are a lot of tourists down here right now. Thank you for tuning in and loving my walks. Thanks for the chill. Thanks, Duns. You do have to pay to park in most areas on the Bull Street side of Forsyth Park. Once you get to the other side of Forsyth Park, there is a free parking lot and free parking. Saturdays, most places, Saturdays and Sundays are free to park in historic Savannah. Thanks for the chill. Absolutely. So check this out, how pretty. Yeah, Screamin' Mimi's is amazing. One of my favorite pizza places down here. I prefer Screamin' Mimi's over Vinny's any day. I love Screamin' Mimi's. Oh, I love their pizza. Man, you make me want to get Screamin' Mimi's today. Dang. Check that view. Screamin' Mimi's is life. Facts, I agree. People are always like, what about Vinny's? I'm like, child, you're missing the mark. Screamin' Mimi's is life. Thanks for the follow, Oklahoma. Yep, it is the best. So here's the Basilica. We'll go in and see. If they're not having service, you can actually go in the Basilica for free and look at the beauty. Y'all love that. So we will go in and look around. And then I think we'll grab us some peach tea. Problem about Vinny's anymore, it's so crowded. Wow, so everything they had posted has now sold. Y'all always ask about property, so let's talk about it. This is on East Taylor Street, a historic area, $3.35 million. This is South Side Savannah, $299,000. This is South Side, $265,000. 3-bed, 2-bath. I know where that is. Not a great place. Not a great area. Jones Street, house on Tybee, over $1 million. 42nd Street, again, an area going through a revitalization. I don't know if I would live there right now, but it's $265,000. Habersham, historical area, 3-bed, 3-bath, $1.25 million. Marlborough Way in Mayfair, $430,000. Beach Cottage on Tybee, $849,000. Midtown, 55th Street, $525,000. So that's some of the properties. They're all sold, but depending on where you are, over $150,000. You got to understand, so Savannah is part of what's called Chatham County. Chatham County consists of this area where we're at, Pooler, Port Wentworth, Garden City, the South Side, Georgetown, the islands, Tybee, Wilmington, Whitmarsh, Tullahee, and Skidaway. So Savannah is not just exclusive to the historic district. You too, D. I don't smell it. Y'all are always very sensitive to the smells. I don't smell them anymore. But yeah. So all of those, it just varies on what has sold. Let's go check out the Basilica. I don't think they have a service going on. Yep. This is where $150,000+ just answered that question. Facts like that, if you want the most accurate, Google is your friend, folks. I've heard that for a while. It is. Flannery O'Connor, who was an author, actually taught chickens to walk backwards here. This is a bed and breakfast, the Hamilton Turner Inn. First house to have electricity in Savannah, which was a big to-do. We are hitting 70-degree weather. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
We're going to hit 70-degree weather for the next 10 days here. That has been a rumor for quite some time about Dave & Buster's. There are lots of rumors of things coming here. I always say I'll believe it when I see it. All right, let's go in the Basilica. Depends on the stories you hear. It always just depends on the stories. The historic district, you aren't going to see high-rise development in Savannah. There's not a place to do that. Honestly, tallest building would be this one right here. Story of the Basilica. The Basilica opened back in the 1800s, caught fire on the same evening another part of historic Savannah was on fire. And so the fire department couldn't save it. This is back in the late 1800s. So they repaired it, reopened it in 1900, went through a revitalization in 2000, and has stayed the same since. There is Maribel's, home of the peach tea and peach waffle. Good morning. As long as this sign's out, you can go in. If it is a red sign, you cannot. Excuse me. That man's on a mission right here. Thank you. So pretty right now. An iPhone. Have you hooked up to a gimbal? Oh yeah, they have it where you can walk through. This is an active Catholic church.
Nowadays, it's like, that looks cool.
Good morning. How are you? Good. How are you? Good. When will they take this all down? Do you know? I know after the 12 days.
Yeah, it seems like it's after. It seems like it's down really the Sunday after Epiphany. So
That sounds about, yeah.
yeah. So
That's cool.
just step around this way. Yep.
This guy's because then they prepare for St. Patrick's Day. It starts the preparation for Ash Wednesday and everything in between. Somebody let them know about Maribel's. Yep. Look, it's a leprechaun. Do you see him? It's a leprechaun. That's so funny, there's a leprechaun. I told you guys. Look, I told you guys. The city now is getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. It's a big to-do. Yep, on Saturday they are. Yep, the one in Forsyth Park. It may have just closed for the season. There's a leprechaun. I love it. Being from here, I was like, I try to tell people that are from here, I'm like, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day.
yeah.
I mean, you go from Christmas, you go, so, but I was like, there's a leprechaun. I love it. They don't turn the river green here. Doesn't do well for our wildlife. They turn all the fountains green. They do not turn the river green. No. You have to get hidden around the city. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody does it, but no. Yep. And not in Savannah. Savannah literally is Christmas and St. Patrick's. Like, that is a big to-do here. Oh, thank you so much. A long time ago, Jennifer. Then they realized it hurt the dolphins that live in the river. I mean, St. Patrick himself hangs out here. Thank you. So this is an active church. They do have mass every day here. No, I'm not Catholic. It's a basilica because the Pope gave them that title back in 2020. But yeah, that was pretty funny. There is Maribel's. Top 2 floors of Maribel's are bed and breakfast. Yeah, that's what happens. People come in my live and they stay and they're like, it's been 3 hours. Welcome to my life. A day in my life. Yes, this is one of my jobs. Non-traditional. It's a non-traditional thing that I do. But you know what? I still pay my bills. I go live 7 days a week. Every morning from about 8:30 to 10:30. Every evening from 5:30 to 7. We do what's called back porch chat. So yeah. Every day. 7 days a week, folks. Yep. Maribel's is one of my favorite. Probably peach waffle. We'll see. Let's go see the girls. Some of the places we go so often that they know me now. We may have to sit on the bench. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to show the good, bad, and ugly of Savannah and of life.
Come ahead.
Thank you.
No problem.
Here, I'll switch places with you guys. Have a good day. Hey. How are you? What? Yeah. Peach tea, extra sweet. And let's go for the... Can I do the peppermint bark waffle today? Because I know that's going to go away soon.
All right, just the peach tea and the peppermint bark.
Yes, please.
$13.32. I get to see peppermint bark while I didn't see one yesterday.
They are so good.
Can I have a name for that?
Corey. You'll get used to that coming almost every morning.
We ran out. Okay. All right, she's already got that drink ready.
Thank you.
When we run out of like the peppermint syrup for drinks, we're gonna stop the peppermint.
Yeah. 10 stars. Next one's free.
Yay! It's not as crowded as it was the other day. Thank goodness. That is not what I wanted. Yep, it's currently 54. It feels great. Yeah, I do good. Those are 2 of my favorites. I go to Huey's too on River Street when I'm down there. However, ooh, dang, New Year's Eve, they're open till 5 p.m. That's highly unusual. And New Year's Day, they're open. This is great news, folks. Oh, so good. I think we're gonna sit inside because somebody's at that. Both tables. Oh, wait, no, we can go sit down. Wait. Okay, we can go sit outside. Yep, Huey's is by the river. They have amazing beignets. I'm gonna go to the bench because that sun is really bright. And I don't want it to kill my camera. Let's go to the shade. Maybe those people will move. We're waiting on the waffle. Yeah. Here is great. They have different waffles. So that's a great option. Then you've got Savannah Roasters is super yummy. Lots of breakfast plate, like lots of things. Huey's is great. Toots. Somebody's fire alarm just went off. What's up, Trey? I don't know. Is it coming from the Basilica? Or is it coming from... Oh, it's in here. I think they burnt a waffle. Somebody burnt something. That's exciting. I bet they don't have a trigger to turn it off. I bet the fire department's about to come. I bet you money.
Sorry about that, guys. It's upstairs.
Did you burn my waffle? I'm just kidding.
Waffles are safe.
The waffles are safe. Save the waffles.
At least it's not freezing out here.
Is that right? It's upstairs.
Everything's fine. Just like take a minute for the alarm.
Yep. They are. I'm sure, Trey. See, you jinxed it, Trey. I literally just ordered. Never boring. Oh, we're at 20.7 thousand, guys. Thank you for the 200 plus followers today. I think they're about to leave. Trey, that's where I was first. That's what I always say, you never know. Yeah, they said it was upstairs.
Should I stay away from the waffles?
Yeah. It's really cute in there. Yeah, the fire alarm just went off.
Aw, sweet boy.
Should I get a refund? Because I'm living. There's the one with big hair.
It's the waffle place, Maribel's. Yeah, it's upstairs that went off. Oh, they got it turned off.
Oh, what is that lock on it? Does it mean they're gonna open it?
They're standing right here.
It's off. Oh, okay. Cool.
Are you using this chair?
Oh, okay.
Thank you. All right. Billy, do you want to sit at that table or do you want to sit over here?
I want to sit this way.
Okay. Done. It does go over this way.
I am going to take your table. What'd you have? The sandwich? It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Y'all have a good day. Uh-oh. Here they come. Cover your ears. It's about to get loud. Thank you. Turning it. Oh, they realized it got turned off. But they're going to come check it out. I am, Trey. You know it. They're like, oh, God. Good morning. They just probably burnt my waffle.
Waffle?
I think so. I know. It's raining firemen. It's a beautiful day. But they're here to check. They're like, what's going on? Hey, it's a pretty view though. Right? Hello. What's the fire? Hey, didn't we have a conversation about the firemen one time? About me plugging in all those wires. Got my peach tea. Here's a picture. Someone screenshot that. Never boring at Mirabelle's. No, this is this is like the Savannah Fire Department. For your viewing pleasure. Oh, there's two. They come in forces. They have to check and make sure everything's good. Yeah, I mean, it's a Savannah company. It's not volunteers. They are paid firefighters, yeah. They are paid. What did Dunn's ask? Oh, yeah. No, it's not volunteers. These are like legit. The real ones. The paid ones. It's the Class 1 City Fire Department. Paid with tax money. Correct, yes. Yeah, and the firehouse is super close. Now people are coming up going, what's going on? We were. Savannah was the first city to have a fire department. You are correct, in Savannah. Got another guy going. They just told him it's all good, leave. Like I tell you guys, you never know what's gonna happen in Savannah on my walks. It's never boring. Fire alarm went off. Yep, we just went in there, Carrie, before we came over here to this excitement. You can walk in. Hey, being at the right place at the right time, folks. I mean, that's kind of an aesthetic. Well, they're inside. That's a pretty aesthetic view right here, folks. There's your screenshot of the day. When they call me for my waffle, totally leaving you unattended because there's a lot of people standing about. It is. It's a pretty view. Bells are going to go off in 5 minutes. You got the screenshot. Carrie, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, I've got footage of the cathedral. Check it out. No, I'm waiting on my waffle. Like, I ordered my waffle, I came outside, and the fire alarm went off. Hope they're leaving now. The pretty one. There is a pretty one. Right there. Yep. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Oh, that's sweet. Aww. This little girl was in there, and I think it kind of rattled her because it was so loud. And the firefighters are waving at her right now because she's staring at them. Yeah, there was one. He was real pretty. I don't care. Bye, fireman. See you later, fireman. But yeah, that was kind of cute. Excuse me. I'm a TikTok streamer. Could I ride your fire truck for views or followers? Iced. Always iced. Wouldn't that be fun? I know, right? Wouldn't that be fun if I could get on there, like on the back of one, and ride and film? Welcome to Savannah. Okay, so here's how we can tell how crowded it is. Look at all the tourists. It is busy here today. Okay. I know. Excuse me, Mr. Fireman. Could I ride on the fire truck? Next on Savannah. Next on A Day in the Life of Corey. A tour on the fire truck. That would be hysterical, wouldn't it? I've got friends that are firefighters. I may text one of them and be like, hey, is that like something I could do? Oh, awesome. Thanks, Liz. Wouldn't that be funny? I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna have to text my friend who's a firefighter here. I'd be like, am I allowed to do that? You think I could do that? I mean, there's a pole we could slide down. Trey, you gonna come with me on that one? Savannah action. It'd be fun. I ain't gonna lie. Right, only if it was around the block, right? I'm right, seriously. He was pretty. I would jump 25,000 like that. Trey be sliding down to the pole. Trey ain't even in here to miss. He's not even here. It is busy here today, though. I will tell you, it is super busy right now. Bye, Kim. I will text him today and ask him. He's gonna be like, this is what, because I know him well enough to know his response gonna be like, no, you are not getting on a fire truck to stream. I'll be like, why? It'd be good PR, right? It could be good PR for them too. Bell should be going off in 1 minute. I mean, sliding down the pole, all the things. All the things. I mean, oh, it feels so good outside, y'all. I know Trey missed it. I'm taking the light.
Corey?
Oh, I'm gonna be right back. I'm leaving y'all unattended.
Somebody inside of us. No, it wasn't.
That was your Tennessee Curtis voice coming from where we took the seat.
We're gonna walk around the school on the That's a discussion. I think we should walk into the church first.
We're coming back here.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, hold on. Let me flip y'all. Flip camera. Hey, howdy, hey. Here's my waffle. It's called a peppermint bark waffle. Can y'all see it? It is quite sunny. Ooh, oh, the guy on the bike. I know, I came out and I was like, what's he doing? Why is he so close? Move to this because then the sun is not so bright. I was like, what's that dude like looking at my waffle? I mean, looking at my phone. You know, one day I'm gonna have to tuck and run. Y'all know one day I'm gonna come out and have like chasing. Mm-hmm. He had a rental bike. He was looking to see what this place is. He wasn't taking my phone. I need to give y'all back real quick. He was looking at this place. That's good. You are paranoid. I do this every day. People are like, what did I miss? A whole lot today, Tina. A whole lot today. Oh yeah, you missed a whole lot.
Are you done with that, Christian? Yeah.
So good. Again, for those of you. There it is. You do. That's the thing. You miss a day here, you miss a lot. You too. That's the thing about my lives. People are like, I mean, they're just so unpredictable. You just don't know.
Raina?
I can't even predict what a day will look like down here. Bye, Barbara.
So I'll take anything.
I don't think they went off. I didn't hear them. They didn't go off at the Basilica. That's interesting. They must have them turned off right now for some reason. That is a peppermint bark waffle.
Ready?
Yeah, I didn't either. They must have them turned off. They may be doing maintenance too.
Jessica?
Especially.
I mean, there's the leprechaun in the nativity scene. That was epic. That was probably the most epic of everything. Oh my god, there's a leprechaun and then
Maybe when you're taking college.
that was pretty funny. I was like, it's a leprechaun. It's kind of funny though. It's like, it's a leprechaun. That's gonna be a TikTok video. I'm just telling you right now. I will be making a video with that one. It is really pretty, isn't it? That was good. Y'all, that sunshine feels so good.
No?
I do too, it's so pretty. We're about to do cruising with Corey in a minute. We walked for about over an hour. We walked for about an hour and a half. Telling you, chilling out in the squares, especially with weather like this, y'all, it is beautiful out here today. Like, absolutely stunning.
Jessica?
You can tell, though, it's going to be a busy weekend. Oh, man, it's going to be busy. Because the vibe, I mean, today's Thursday, there are just a whole lot of people down here.
Like, so big.
A whole bunch of folks. Oh wait, I gotta leave y'all sitting here for a minute so you have to see this. Coming this way, hold up. Get your cameras ready. You're gonna want this picture. I gotta go this way. Not this picture, just wait. Typically, we have two things that go on.
I like it. So what
You're
they
gonna
did was
have
like
the peach drop typically takes place on City Market area, and then Tybee does fireworks. That is historically what goes on. Yeah. I may make it to midnight. It is highly unlikely. It's busy though. My only thing about the horse and carriage rides, in my opinion, y'all, it is busy. Holy moly. We may not come downtown tomorrow because my suspicion is it's going to be super crowded. Yeah, my suspicion is it will be crazy crowded. Because it is crazy crowded right now. Which again, great for tourist industry and revenue. Holy cow. That's what I was saying. Whoa, that was kind of weird. That's what I was telling you guys about the fact that there used to be off seasons in Savannah where it wasn't crazy. Those off seasons are long gone. Hold up. Let me get y'all set up. So again, if you're new to our community, welcome. The horse carriages are great. Here's my thing. If I had to choose, if I had to choose, all of our tourist industry does very well anymore. If I had to choose on what I was going to do walking around Savannah or going around Savannah to tour, if I had to choose between a trolley or horse carriage, I'd choose a trolley because, and this is why, horse carriages, they don't stop anywhere. You can't get on, you can't get off. Beautiful, like it's beautiful to go by, but overall, you can't get on and get off. So what if you have to go to the bathroom? It's a 90-minute ride total. Trolleys stop multiple locations. So if you see something and you're like, man, I really want to check that out, you can. You can get on, you can get off as you want. And I think for me, that to me is more cost effective. Now, hands down, if you can walk, that's where it's at, y'all. Okay, couple things. Hands-free set. You may fall over. Actually, I'm not even gonna say you may fall over. You most likely fall over. If you do, I pull over and fix you. I have general conversation as we are cruising around. I do pull over from time to time to answer questions. But this is a way that we just meander around. It's currently 57 degrees here. 10-day forecast shows we are going to be in the 70s for the next 10 days. I love Savannah. It is busy. It is. Oh no, what are you doing? You're not parking. No, we're not parking in a freight zone. Here's the other issue. Well, I'm hesitant to come back down tomorrow. Tourists struggle in Savannah driving. They struggle in the perspective of parallel parking. They struggle in the one-way streets. Oh, he walked a long way. He went and got Starbucks for his people. And I'm going to tell you, He had a little jaunt to get to the Starbucks. Dang. Yeah, it is way busier. You can tell it's a holiday weekend. And I think a lot. Here's my thing. I live up north and I can take a last minute trip somewhere, right? I would totally come to Savannah this week, especially if I'm somewhere dealing with 20, 30, 40 degree weather. It's supposed to be in the 70s for the next 10 days here. I would 100% come over here. I would be like, road trip. Because you about to experience weather like, oh, this is what makes the few cold days a year that we have in Savannah bearable. Because literally the next 10 days, we are supposed to be in the 70s. Yeah, the horse carriage thing that you pay for is a 90-minute ride without you getting off. Gosh, those are those people. They are struggling to park. They don't know what they're doing. Yep, so the horse carriage you pay for, it says 90 minutes. Yeah, so there are plenty of hotels in Savannah. The DeSoto Hilton is kind of your most central located one. It's between Chippewa and Madison Square. Oldest hotel in Savannah. Then along the riverfront, you have tons of hotels. I mean, pretty much think of every hotel you can get points to. We've got them in historic Savannah. Ooh, what's he do? He's fancy because he got a fancy car. You're supposed to stop to let pedestrians pass. Not a lot of people do. So at the crosswalks, if you're a visitor here in Savannah and you are trying to figure out like to cross, always stop and look because people do not stop like they're supposed to. So here's Chippewa Square. This is the square where we found out that life is like a box of chocolates. This is the square. The bench doesn't exist. Yeah, it is busy today. Holy guacamole. Come on. Whew. Savannah is in for a taking this weekend. Because it is just, y'all go with me live every morning when I'm down here. It's not historically this crowded already. We may lose signal for just a second. Just be patient. Elf the Musical is a live stage show going on right now here at the Savannah Theater. That is a live stage show, our oldest stage theater in America. Really cool. Sometimes they have people dressed up as certain characters standing outside, like Forrest Gump. But it is just, there's a vibe here. You can tell it's busy. Whew! Busy time in Savannah, which is great for tourism. People always ask, what are the jobs that are biggest in Savannah? You've got your ports where the big barges come in. You have Gulfstream, the aerospace plane location. They build planes for a living. And you have our tourist industry. They do. Tybee Island's going to do so New Year's Eve, 2 events that I know of. I'm sure there's more. Actually, I think there's 3. So Plant Riverside always has something going on. City Market usually has a peach drop, so they'll have something in City Market. City Market is not somewhere I would take kids. I'm just going to be straight up. I wouldn't take kids to City Market on New Year's Eve. Tybee Island is doing fireworks. With the beautiful weather, Tybee Island's going to be the best. So, Tybee Islands are going to be pretty cool because it's supposed to be nice weather. So we're just cruising around. So like I said, we have 23 squares. Our newest square is Yamacross Square. Coming up is the Telfair Square. Telfair Museum is located in Telfair Square. It's our only square that makes sense. You got something in the square by the same name. Everything else seems different. So like I said, been a fun morning. We gained over 200 new friends today, which is awesome. Welcome, welcome. I do go live at night from 5:30 to 7 on what we call back porch chat, where we just sit around and we chat it up. You just never know what we're going to chat about. Last night was a great discussion that I think opened the eyes to a lot of people when it comes to streaming, the financial side of streaming, and everything in between. Broughton Street is what we're crossing over. Great area for shopping and restaurants. Then we're coming up on City Market. So again, the thing about a lot of the movies, when they film here, they film in actual locations. Some are accessible to the common person, others are not. I think you're asking if the Forrest Gump house still exists. Yes, you can't access it though. Oh yeah, it is busy. Gracious. I'm going to say that a lot, I know, but it is crowded. The tourists have arrived for the weekend. These are tourists. I can tell you these are tourists. These are not locals. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, they're cutting down the little plants I showed you that did lost their life. Maintenance is coming around, getting them. They did. They'll have to replant something or put new plants. Got the little Crown Society right here. British location. Yeah, it's very busy for, here's the thing. I'm usually live at this time every morning, on a Thursday nonetheless. Not typically crowded. Every trolley that I've seen gone by has been packed. And then on the streets, I mean, just in general, the streets have been busy. I'll take you guys and show you the 23rd square, the new square that people like to tell me we do not have 23 squares. We have 22 squares. Not true. We have 23rd square that just came about. It's hard to, it's not a Sunday, so we'll be able to see it a little bit better than we did the other day on a Sunday. And guys, if you're down here for New Year's Eve, please remember, Sundays are free parking, Saturdays are too. Remember that. So we will check out the new square real quick. I wonder if there's somewhere I can park. It's still crowded on this road. Dang. Okay. Let's park here real quick and I will show you. Yes, this is considered not the best part of town, but it's really cute. And I want to show it to you. So this is the newest square. So we're going to park here real quick. I'm going to walk you with not a hands-free set, but we're going to walk real quick. And I'll show you. It's not really, this square was not meant for tourists. This was more of a homage to the locals that live in this community and the history that comes around to this community. So this is Yamacross Square. Across the street from First Bryan Baptist Church. This would be considered what many people would call the projects, yes. So you can see official square. Now, I'm a local. I would come here. I don't feel unsafe as a person not from here. But here you go. Now, supposedly in this area, which is called Yamacraw Village, as a tourist, you have no business being over here. I'm just going to be very straight up with you. But supposedly they are going to be locking down the project area, the Yamacraw Village. They're going to be shutting it down. But it's got all the history of strong African Americans in Savannah. So it's really cool. So Yamacraw Square is a public art project. The Yamacraw Market. Tamachichi was a Yamacraw Indian who was significant in the creation of Savannah. I didn't say you're not supposed to. I'm saying this isn't on the path of tourists. Like, this isn't the area, like at night, this is not the safest area for a tourist. They're going to, so here's what I take on what's going to happen. Although the city hasn't officially announced it, I think that they're going to, because they've already started boarding up some of the village, I think that they're going to start doing a revitalization of this area. And I would not be surprised in the next 10 years if you don't see kind of a Plant Riverside type area to bring people out. Honestly, that's my take on the matter, because typically when they announce that like a new area is open, or they announce they're closing down an area like the projects, what you see happen next is some type of revitalization. This is, well, I mean, it's a catch-22. No, not gentrification. That's not what we're going through. I hate that word. That word makes me crazy. But, you know, this is just a low-income area. I feel fine at the daytime. I didn't feel dangerous. I mean, like, I saw people. I've had students live over here. Now, on the same regard, they're not super welcoming to tourists. Like, they don't like a lot. They're not going to like that there's a square here that tourists are going to start coming to. At night, not the safest area. A lot of gang population that hangs out over here at night. So, just remember that. Yeah, I hate that. That's the next word I'm adding to my block list. That word makes me crazy. Because that's not what's happening. So, that is our 23rd square. Again, not gentrification. That'll be my debate tonight on what that word truly means. But anyway, have a great day. That is not what's going on over here. It is not gentrification. Please know the definition before you throw that word out. And this was an area before. They just now have an official name to a pivotal part of Savannah. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.